Original post. I, female 23, just found out my fiancé male 23 is cheating on me with my best friend female 23, who I've known since we were in diapers. Today, I left for a trip to attend a business meeting, and 2 hours later my sister sent me a video of my fiancé and my BFF making out outside Starbucks. I am absolutely heartbroken, and I have no idea how to process this. We were together for 3 years, and our wedding is in 2 months, and this girl has been by my side since birth. I don't have memories without her. I'm trying to explain the pain I feel right now, but I can't. How am I supposed to express this crap? I've gone over my relationship and my friendship a million times this past 3 hours, and I just can't understand. I also didn't get how you can backstab someone who was paying for your college, rent, and car. Her parents couldn't afford it, so I've been financially supporting her for the last 3 years. And him? He lives in my apartment free of charge because I wanted him to save his paychecks so he can start his own business like he always wanted. I'm doing 90% of the chores because I wanted him to relax after work, and I'm 100% responsible for our 4 dogs. Plus, I've been paying his mom's mortgage for a year. I am so stupid. How could I be so stupid? We never had any fights, and until now I was under the impression we were happy. I mean, he made me breakfast every morning and always made sure to tell me how happy and lucky he feels to have me in his life, and how he can't imagine not being with me. This man has been sending me I love you texts every damn hour. I don't get how he can do this, and with my BFF out of all people. How can she do this? It's not like it's some random girl that didn't know he has a girlfriend. It's my BFF. She has been helping me plan the wedding, all while having an affair with my future husband. I'm supposed to drive back home right now, but I'm sitting in my car at a gas station crying and asking myself what the heck is going on. I'm physically in pain. I'm confused. I'm in shock. I'm writing this hoping it will help get it out so I can think about my next move and drive myself home safely. I'm sorry if this is a mess, but I'm a mess right now. Any advice on how I should navigate this is very much needed and appreciated. Am I reading this right? You're basically supporting 2 people? Do they treat you like a doormat? This is my first impression. They're selfish and taking advantage of you. Be prepared for tears and pleas once you decide to confront them. Don't let them guilt you into pardoning their behaviors. Cut the cord and kick them both out. 3 people. She's paying his mom's mortgage. Immediately change your passwords and remove them both from any accounts. Cut them off, get a therapist, put them in your past, and be kind to yourself. Thanks. I'm putting this on the to-do list. My friend's fiancé had an affair with our other friend's wife for 7 months. They were supposed to be married this November. The wife and I helped him design her ring, and the wife was super involved with wedding planning alongside us. It finally came out this January. She obviously got rid of him, and the wife waited to divorce her husband until she knew they were done first. The wife immediately moved him into their marital home the day her ex-husband moved out and got his own place. The wife's neighbor texted her ex-husband that he saw the fiancé starting to move in the day he left. They still deny it, but we caught them together, and that's how it came out. We've seen them out together since. They now have no friends, their dogs hate each other, and have been tearing up her house. The scumbags in both this and your scenario deserve each other and everything that happens to them. And it never turns out for the better if they even last very long once it's out. It won't be fun for them when it's no longer a secret and everyone in their lives finds out. First thing would be to find somewhere to stay if you're unsafe to drive. Is there a hotel nearby? Second, if you share a joint bank account or credit card with any of them, I'd check to make sure your money is all still there. You'll need to make arrangements to remove them from the accounts or close the accounts and transfer the money to another bank/account. I'm not sure about the credit card since I've never shared one, but you'll need to contact them as well. Totally up to you when you do the money stuff, although I'd still recommend checking the accounts tonight at least. If you do start the process to freeze/close the accounts, they'll most likely know something's up. Although they may not notice tonight if they don't use the cards. Does the rest of your family know, or just your sister? If y'all have a good relationship, I'd reach out to your family, but ask that they keep everything under wraps for now. If your soon-to-be ex and ex-BFF find out you know before you get back to town, they'll have time to come up with a story/explanations. It sounds like they both fully took advantage of you, and that needs to end immediately. He's been saving his paychecks so he can find a new place tomorrow. Hopefully, he has enough to pay for his mom's mortgage and his affair partner's tuition, rent, car, and whatever else you've been paying for also starting tomorrow. They will gaslight you and beg and plead. There will be a lot of tears and probably a ton of excuses. But that's all they are, excuses. There's literally no reason for the way you've been treated, so there's nothing that needs to be communicated other than, I know and GTFO. I'd encourage you to have your sister, mom, dad, and or whoever else is available meet you at your house when you head home so you have support. And I don't mean this in a harsh way, but next time, don't financially support 3 grown, presumably fully functional adults. Or any grown, fully functional adults for that matter. That's just crazy. I'd encourage you to get therapy to deal with the betrayal and breakup anyway, but you need help to figure out why you'd think that was a good idea. You were obviously manipulated by all 3 of them, but you need to figure out why you were susceptible to the manipulation and heal from all that too. Thank you. This is really helpful. Just going out on a limb here, but please also find a financial advisor. A professional that only has your best interests in mind. Sounds like you're doing well for yourself, especially at your age, but are making financial choices that help others first. Edit/update. I'm doing a to-do list because thanks to you I've realized there's a lot to take care of. Also, I'm going to stay at a hotel until I'm calmed down so I can drive home. Second update. I've been talking to lawyers for hours, and we're making sure my soon-to-be ex doesn't have any rights to my place, because apparently he's lived with me long enough to be able to file a claim. Also, I've canceled all payments that aren't for me. That was a bit tricky and took a long time, but it's done. I've moved all the money from our shared account into my personal account, and the bank reassured me that if any of them calls, the bank can't give out any info because it's in my name. I did, however, took precautions and texted them that the bank called me and frozen the account by mistake, so they know they can't use it. I've done so many things this morning that I can't even remember all of them. But I read the majority of your comments, and thank you so much for all the support you guys showed me. I took the advice of all the people that commented, and I've sorted out maybe about 40 to 50% of this mess. I'm now at the point where I have to tell everyone, go home, confront them, and kick them out of my life. I'm at my sister's right now typing this out. My sister and a couple of her friends came over and cleaned the apartment of everything that was his, except for the things I got him, and they're currently in trash bags outside. My sister's boyfriend's dad was nice enough to change the locks, but I'm not going back there. I'm going to rent an apartment until this settles down, and then I'm going to sell the apartment and buy a house because my dogs deserve a backyard. I also have security cameras, so if he shows up or tries anything, I'll know. Now after I calmed down, I decided I want to be petty, so I'm going to report the car as stolen considering it's only in my name. I'm going to go over to his mom's and talk to her in person because she's honestly been nothing but great, and I do feel bad about just ghosting her. So I'll go talk to her after I'm done updating you guys. I'm not planning on confronting any of them because I think that will only disturb me more. We have a group chat with everyone at the wedding, and I'm planning on just sending the videos in the chat. My lawyer and I are also going over all my convos with them, looking for any messages where they said they would pay me back for something, thanks to the person that suggested this in the comments. And I think you'll be very happy to know that I have proof of her saying she will pay me back for college expenses. I think that's it for now. I'll be back later. Third update. I talked to his mom, and she was shocked when I told her. She's told me she's going to cut him off, and he can't take his cheating behind to his cheating dad. I don't know if she's actually going to cut him off, but that's what she said. We cried together, and she kept apologizing. I sent the video of them making out in the wedding group chat, and then I blocked the numbers. I have no desire to speak to them ever. I did report the car as stolen, and BFF got arrested. I'm almost done with the wedding cancellation. I'm not getting too much back since the wedding was so close, but I'm going to finally get some sleep now. Fourth update. After my last update, I've decided since I'm not getting my money back on the venue, I will keep the reservation and have a party. Most of the guests took time off work and made arrangements to come for the wedding already, so we will have a party. I'm going to take my sister and a couple of my friends on a honeymoon trip and make it a girls' vacation. Most of my ex's family and friends shunned him after seeing the video, and they've reached out to apologize for what he's done. My ex-BFF's family is not speaking to her either. I've also found out today from my ex's cousin, who by the way knew about the affair, that my ex quit his job around the same time he moved in. So unfortunately for him, he doesn't have any savings. I don't know what he did in the time I thought he was working, but my guess he was with his mistress. My ex showed up to my apartment, but he left after my neighbor said she'll call the police. I don't know nor care where he is. I blocked him after I sent the video. I'm going to move to a different city. I've been looking at houses, and I think I found the perfect one. I need to make some arrangements to move from my office to working from home, but I'm actually excited. I've found a therapist in the city I want to move to, and I can't wait to have my first session. I don't know if or when I'm going to update, but I really want to thank all of you for your help and support. I've been trying to reply to everyone, but I have hundreds of comments and messages. Thank you so much. I'm shocked with the feedback my post received. My male 28, fiancé, female 27, drunkenly admitted she would not have agreed to marry me if I was poor. This happened last night. I am at work right now and still a little shaken up, so I decided to ask for some outside opinions. I started a company after college in IT consulting. We specialize in privacy compliance and regulations. So from when GDPR came into force around 2018, the company grew substantially. That was also around the time I met my now fiancé. When I asked her out, she did not know about what I do for work or how much money I earn, and only saw the real scale of it after we started dating. After 4 years of dating, I asked her to marry me 2 months ago, and she agreed. Our families are really close and have already been joking about us getting married a few months into our relationship. I would describe our relationship as pretty much perfect. We have the occasional disagreement, but we never get loud or irrationally angry. In 4 years, we never had a fight that wasn't resolved by the end of the day. I do everything I can to make sure she is happy. I buy her flowers, take her out on dates, vacations, and do stuff with her whenever I can. She is a kind and a funny person. She is always there for me when I am feeling down or burned out, and has been my best friend for the past 4 years. I have to admit that I do work a lot, but I always try to learn about her day and how she is feeling when I get home. She has a teaching degree, but stopped working about a year ago to focus on taking care of her dad who has cancer. She was hinting at quitting for a while, so I offered to carry her expenses. This is not a financial issue for me at all, and at the time I did not really think about it because I thought it was a great way for her to spend some time with her dad before he passes. I assumed that she would go back to work sometime after that. Last night, we were at a dinner with some of her friends and their partners. I did not drink because it was a Sunday and I had work today. She and her friends did not mind, so they got pretty drunk. Eventually, a topic came up where one of her friends that was there was recently dumped by her longtime boyfriend. This is the rough retelling of what was said, translated to English. Friend jokingly, fiancé figured it out. Just find a rich guy and chill for the rest of your life. Fiancé, exactly. Just find a reason to stay at home for a while and never get back to work. And when he has a problem with it, just take half his stuff. I know she was probably just joking here, but that still obviously bothered me. I confronted her about it on the way home, and she ended up admitting that while she does love me, she would not have married me if I did not have the financial security. I asked her if she would marry me if I earned what she does, and she said no. We had a big fight about this morning. She is saying that I should have not confronted her while I was sober and she was drunk. Also, she claims that there is nothing wrong with a woman choosing a man based on his salary, as she is only looking out for herself and her future children. She argued that guys tend to go for looks, and women accept that too. I understand her point, but I was a little heartbroken. I would do absolutely anything for her, and I don't care if she were poor or sick or whatever. The fact that her loyalty to me is based on the advantages of dating me rather than me as a person and partner makes me rethink if he is the one I should marry. She has already agreed to a prenup months ago, so I do think that this take half his stuff thing was just a joke. I am not sure how to move on from this, as it still really bothers me. Please tell me what your stance is on this, and if it really is that common for women to focus on money, how would you proceed in this situation? I was to give her the benefit of the doubt until she said that she would not marry you if you both earned the same amount. That's a major red flag. It's one thing to say that you wouldn't want to commit to someone who couldn't handle money or did not have a stable job. It's completely another thing to say that they only said yes because you earn more than them. Yes, this. I wouldn't marry someone poor either, but I have a career and a good salary of my own, and I'm not interested in supporting another adult. She just wants to mooch off him. For me, it was the comment of, stay home, and if he doesn't like it, take half of his stuff. She doesn't care about him at all. Agree. Though what jammed me up more was the doubling down the next morning. Not blaming it on the alcohol, not an ounce of regret. Good luck, bruh. At least you know exactly why she is marrying you. Evidently she ain't scared to tell you. She thinks she has you in the pocket. I couldn't do it. Yeah, she doubled down on it after she sobered up, so that's how she really feels. She is free to make that choice, just as you are free to drop her and find someone who really likes you for you, and not just your money. Tell her, cool, I don't want to marry anyone that doesn't have a career and earn the same amount of money I do. Whoa, just break this down to yourself. If you were to lose your job and have to depend on her for some time before you find a reasonably similar job, would she stay? She flat out told you no, she wouldn't. Does your relationship seem secure to you?